Okay, so here we are at my home garden in DC, and we're going to be taking an oregano cutting today. This will be a vegetative cutting, and we'll be making a new plant from the cutting that we take. So here's the oregano. I'm going to choose one of these outer stems since it'll be easier to show you what's going on. When I'm making my cut, I'm using sharp, clean pruners, and I'm going to make my cut right above one of these sets of leaves. So I see these leaves coming out here, they're pretty large, but I also see these smaller leaves coming out from where those larger leaves touch that main stem. So that means when I cut this back right above those two leaves, those two small leaves, the plant will start to grow out of those two smaller leaves, and we'll get more oregano leaves, which is what we want. We're not injuring the plant when we're making the cut like this. So here we go. I'm going to make my cut at a diagonal. And hopefully you can see that there's quite a lot of adventitious roots on this stem. These little white hairs that are on this main stem here. They're actually even on the leaves and all of that. So when those touch the soil, they will start to form roots, or turn into roots, that will actually start feeding the plant. So before I'm actually going to put this in soil, I'm going to remove these lower leaves, doing my best not to damage the main stem. And I'm doing this because we're trying to force the plant to push more energy into forming roots rather than keeping the leaves alive. If we leave all of these leaves on, the plant will spend a lot of energy trying to keep those leaves alive. But it doesn't have any actual roots on it yet, or at least established roots, and those roots would be the thing that helps those leaves stay alive. So without those roots, it's going to be really hard for the plant to do that. It's going to undergo way more stress, and the leaf cut, or the vegetative cutting, will be less likely to survive. So here we go. We've got a nice cutting here. I've only left the top leaves on. That way the plant can still do photosynthesis. And I'm just going to put it in one of these side pots here, and I want to bury the stem all the way, bury this entire stem all the way up to this first set of leaves here. So I'm going to just push my finger down into here, lay that stem in, and just gently firm the soil around the stem. So that way I've got it buried right up to its first set of leaves there. The entire stem is in the soil, and it looks like today we're going to get some rain, so I don't really have to worry too much about watering, but it's a really good practice just to water your cutting right away after you put it in your medium. So that's how we do a vegetative cutting.